Welcome to Psych IQ. Today's topic dives deep into the mind of Carl Jung, the brilliant Swiss psychiatrist and founder of analytical psychology, who contributed heavily to personality theory, especially around introverted and intuitive types. This video is crafted specifically for INFJs, those rare, intuitive, and insightful personalities who often feel misunderstood, alone, and somewhat out of place. INFJs, known for their unique combination of empathy and idealism, often experience life through intense emotions and an unending desire to understand others on a deeper level. However, these traits also make life challenging for INFJs. Jung's perspectives can be transformative here. His advice, surprisingly bold and sometimes controversial, can offer INFJs insight into managing their emotional and intuitive nature more effectively. So, if you're an INFJ who has ever wondered how to channel your energy, deepen your self-awareness, or manage your sensitivity, then Jung's advice might just be what you need. Let's break down this legendary advice into key points designed to help INFJs thrive in a complex world. Carl Jung's concept of the shadow refers to the hidden or suppressed aspects of ourselves, often parts that we're uncomfortable acknowledging. These shadow traits are universal but tend to be especially relevant for INFJs, who naturally gravitate toward ideals of kindness, empathy, and understanding. INFJs are known to hold themselves to high moral and ethical standards, often pushing down emotions or thoughts that they perceive as negative or selfish. But what Jung emphasized was that denying the shadow only leads to internal conflict, limiting our potential for growth and authenticity. For INFJs, the shadow might include feelings like resentment, anger, jealousy, or even self-centeredness, emotions that conflict with their identity as caring, understanding individuals. For instance, an INFJ who prides themselves on being empathetic may feel deep frustration or judgment towards someone who continually drains their emotional energy. Instead of expressing this frustration, they may suppress it, pushing it into the shadow. Over time, this suppressed anger or resentment can build up, leading to what some INFJs describe as emotional overload or burnout. If left unaddressed, these shadow emotions can surface in harmful ways, such as passive aggressiveness, cutting people off without explanation, or even self-sabotage. Jung believed that to truly grow, we must confront and accept these aspects of ourselves instead of running from them. When INFJs engage in shadow work, they begin to recognize these parts as natural and necessary. By integrating their shadow, INFJs can experience a profound sense of wholeness and inner peace. They realize that just because they feel anger or frustration, it doesn't mean they're less compassionate or empathetic. In fact, recognizing these emotions can actually deepen their empathy, as it allows them to understand the full range of human experience, including the difficult parts. To begin embracing the shadow, INFJs might start by acknowledging specific situations or interactions that provoke these uncomfortable emotions. Journaling can be a powerful tool for shadow work. By writing down these feelings without judgment, INFJs can better understand what triggers them and why. For instance, if an INFJ feels anger or envy towards someone, they can explore where that feeling comes from, whether it's an unmet need, a boundary violation, or an unresolved issue from the past. The goal isn't to fix these feelings but to understand and accept them as part of a complete, balanced self. By embracing their shadow, INFJs often find they feel lighter, more grounded, and less prone to emotional burnout. They also start to notice that they have more energy and resilience for the things that matter most to them. This approach helps INFJs cultivate a deeper level of self-acceptance and authenticity, allowing them to connect with others in a way that is more honest and less emotionally taxing. Shadow work, as Jung envisioned it, is about building a truer sense of self, not by eliminating negative emotions but by allowing space for all parts of our personality, especially the ones we're tempted to hide. INFJs are known for their depth, complexity, and rich inner world, often feeling that they're too much for others to fully understand. This complexity is what makes them such perceptive, intuitive, and empathetic individuals, often able to see the deeper meanings and hidden motivations in people and situations. However, this trait can also become a double-edged sword. While their introspective nature offers incredible insights, INFJs may sometimes fall into the trap of overanalyzing, withdrawing too deeply into their inner worlds, and losing touch with reality or the present moment. Carl Jung saw the value in introspection and self-awareness, particularly for intuitive introverts like INFJs. But he also warned that too much introspection could lead to excessive self-focus, which can actually limit one's ability to engage fully with life and relationships. Jung's advice is simple but powerful: accept your complexity, but avoid becoming overly absorbed by it. Instead of constantly seeking out hidden meanings or trying to analyze every nuance of emotion and experience, INFJs can strive to strike a balance between their inner and outer worlds. This balanced approach enables INFJs to access their intuition and understanding without feeling trapped by their thoughts. INFJs often feel the need to process everything deeply, and this is what allows them to understand people on such a profound level. But spending too much time in their heads can sometimes lead to analysis paralysis, rumination, and even heightened feelings of isolation. INFJs may find themselves getting lost in hypothetical scenarios, overthinking social interactions, or even creating problems that don't exist by trying to interpret every subtle detail. By accepting their complexity as a strength, INFJs can honor their unique perspective without allowing it to dictate their every move. Jung advocated for individuals to cultivate a sense of groundedness by balancing introspection with lived experience. This balance allows INFJs to be more adaptable, reducing the need to overthink or second-guess every action, choice, or relationship. INFJs, in their quest for meaning, often struggle to stay in the present moment, slipping instead into the past or future, reflecting on what has happened or envisioning what could happen. This tendency, while part of what makes them thoughtful, can also pull them away from fully experiencing life as it happens. Jung suggested that intuitive types, particularly those with a strong preference for introspection, cultivate mindfulness practices that help them stay grounded in reality. Mindfulness, meditation, and other grounding exercises can help INFJs maintain perspective, allowing them to appreciate and enjoy their lives without constantly trying to analyze or fix every element. For instance, in social situations, rather than worrying about how others perceive them or what every glance might mean, INFJs can focus on enjoying the moment and engaging with others directly. By becoming more present, they can still draw on their intuition without overburdening themselves with every possible interpretation. Jung's advice also implies that INFJs can benefit from integrating simplicity into their actions and decisions, even if their thoughts remain complex. Instead of getting lost in hypothetical or abstract possibilities, INFJs can practice taking small, decisive actions that reflect their values without the need for exhaustive analysis. By simplifying their choices, INFJs can focus on progress rather than perfection, realizing that not every decision requires them to tap into the deepest layers of introspection. For example, if an INFJ is grappling with a difficult relationship decision, they can consider practical questions like, how does this person make me feel most of the time? Or does this situation align with my core values, rather than attempting to analyze every possible outcome or motivation. This approach preserves their natural depth but brings it into alignment with real-world needs and priorities, helping INFJs move forward with more confidence. Accepting complexity also means recognizing when it's necessary to set it aside for the sake of well-being. INFJs who continually engage with their inner thoughts and emotions can easily become emotionally and mentally fatigued, leading to burnout. Jung encouraged intuitive introverts to develop self-care practices that allow them to switch off from their complex inner dialogue. For INFJs, this might mean taking time each day to do something simple and relaxing that doesn't require deep thought, like going for a walk, cooking, or enjoying a creative hobby. Practicing self-care and allowing themselves to be rather than always think can refresh and recharge INFJs, enabling them to return to their introspective nature with renewed energy and a clearer sense of purpose. Embracing activities that encourage presence rather than introspection can be transformative, reminding INFJs that not every moment requires intense analysis to be valuable. Carl Jung believed that personal growth often lies beyond our comfort zones, and for INFJs, this exploration of the unknown can be both exhilarating and daunting. INFJs possess an innate curiosity about the world and a desire to understand the complexities of human nature. They thrive on deep connections and transformative experiences, making them naturally inclined to explore the mysteries of life. However, this propensity for exploration must be tempered with clear boundaries to ensure that their journey remains healthy and fulfilling. For INFJs, exploring the unknown often involves delving into uncharted emotional territories, embracing new ideas, or engaging with diverse perspectives. This exploration can manifest in various ways: pursuing new interests, entering challenging relationships, or engaging in meaningful conversations that push the boundaries of their understanding. Their intuition allows them to sense deeper truths and insights, making them adept at navigating complex emotional landscapes. However, while exploring the unknown can lead to incredible growth and self-discovery, it can also expose INFJs to emotional overwhelm, exhaustion, and burnout. The very depth of their emotions can make certain experiences feel magnified, leading them to feel more intensely than others might. Therefore, it becomes crucial for INFJs to establish boundaries that protect their well-being while still allowing them to venture into new experiences. Boundaries serve as a safety net for INFJs as they explore the unknown. Without clear boundaries, they risk becoming overwhelmed by the emotional weight of their experiences or losing their sense of self amidst the complexities of relationships and situations. Here are some essential aspects of boundary setting for INFJs. Know your limits. INFJs must take the time to identify their emotional and mental limits. Understanding when they need a break, a moment to recharge, or a chance to step back is crucial. For example, an INFJ who is naturally inclined to help others may find themselves drained if they overextend their emotional support without recognizing their own needs. By establishing limits on how much they are willing to give, INFJs can continue to offer support without sacrificing their well-being. Communicate clearly. Effective boundary setting involves open communication. INFJs often hesitate to express their needs for fear of appearing selfish or confrontational. However, communicating their boundaries can foster deeper understanding and connection. For instance, if an INFJ needs some alone time to process their thoughts, they should feel empowered to express this need without guilt. This helps their partners or friends respect those boundaries and reinforces the importance of self-care. Recognize toxic situations. While exploring the unknown, INFJs may encounter situations or relationships that are harmful or draining. Being able to recognize toxic dynamics is vital for their emotional health. If an INFJ feels consistently undervalued or manipulated in a relationship, setting boundaries can provide a necessary protection. This may involve reducing contact with certain individuals, establishing clear guidelines for interactions, or even ending relationships that no longer serve them. Practice saying no. INFJs often struggle with the word no, driven by a desire to please others and maintain harmony. However, they must learn that saying no is not an act of rejection but an essential part of self-care. By setting firm boundaries, INFJs can ensure that their exploration of the unknown is enriching rather than depleting. Learning to say no when a situation feels uncomfortable or misaligned with their values can protect their emotional health and preserve their energy for the experiences that truly resonate with them. Growth through exploration and boundaries. Jung emphasized the importance of exploring the unknown as a path to personal development. For INFJs, this exploration can lead to profound insights about themselves and the world around them. However, by setting boundaries, INFJs can ensure that their journey remains enriching rather than overwhelming. Embracing both their curiosity and their need for self-protection allows them to engage deeply with life while safeguarding their emotional health. In conclusion, embracing exploration while setting boundaries is a delicate but necessary dance for INFJs. By recognizing their emotional limits, communicating openly, and creating a supportive environment, they can embark on transformative journeys that honor both their depth and their well-being. The challenge lies in finding the balance between their innate curiosity and the need for self-preservation. With practice, INFJs can explore the unknown with confidence, becoming even more attuned to themselves and the world around them while maintaining the integrity of their emotional landscape. INFJs are often idealists who seek out the perfect in people, situations, and experiences, which can lead to chronic disappointment. Jung urged intuitive types to recognize that perfection is not only impossible but also unrealistic. By holding on to high ideals, INFJs can feel isolated, misunderstood, or disappointed when reality doesn't meet their expectations. Reflect on past experiences. INFJs can benefit from reflecting on past experiences where vulnerability led to positive outcomes. Remembering moments when sharing their feelings deepened connections or resulted in understanding can encourage them to take the plunge again. Set boundaries. While vulnerability is essential for connection, it's equally important for INFJs to set boundaries around their emotional exposure. They should feel empowered to share what they are comfortable with and recognize that they don't have to reveal everything at once. Establishing these boundaries helps maintain their emotional safety while allowing for gradual openness. Jung believed that vulnerability is not merely about exposing our weaknesses, it's about revealing our humanity. For INFJs, allowing themselves to be seen opens the door to transformative experiences that foster deeper connections and emotional growth. Embracing vulnerability helps INFJs transcend their fears, empowering them to live more authentically and create richer, more fulfilling relationships. While the journey toward vulnerability may feel challenging at times, the rewards are profound. As INFJs learn to express their true selves, they find strength in their emotions and cultivate a sense of belonging. By recognizing that vulnerability is an essential aspect of being human, INFJs can embrace their true nature, foster deeper connections, and ultimately experience a more enriched and fulfilling life. In summary, allowing oneself to be seen is an invitation to connect authentically with others. It requires courage but offers immense rewards in the form of trust, intimacy, and self-acceptance. By understanding that vulnerability is not a weakness but a powerful tool for growth, INFJs can transform their relationships and lives, creating meaningful connections that honor their complexity and depth. While INFJs are selective about who they allow into their lives, Jung encouraged introverts to actively seek out people who share similar values and interests. He believed that the right community could provide emotional nourishment and support. For INFJs, finding people who get them can reduce feelings of isolation and foster a sense of belonging. Jung's advice for INFJs is to look for quality relationships over quantity, prioritizing depth over breadth. By intentionally surrounding themselves with like-minded individuals, INFJs can create a support system that validates and nurtures their unique personality. Tip: join groups, attend meetups, or connect with people online who share your passions and values. Meaningful connections don't happen overnight, but by taking small steps, you'll gradually find your tribe. INFJs often feel driven by a sense of purpose but may hesitate to fully pursue their passions, fearing they're too much or worrying they'll be misunderstood. Jung's advice? Embrace your uniqueness and don't let others' opinions hold you back. He believed that following one's true calling leads to a fulfilling life, even if the journey is unconventional. INFJs often hide their gifts and passions to fit in, but Jung urged intuitive types to own their purpose unapologetically. He believed that expressing one's true self was essential to psychological well-being. INFJs, by embracing their purpose and focusing on what they truly love, can lead lives that are not only fulfilling but also impactful. Tip: identify one passion you've been holding back on and take a small step toward it, whether it's signing up for a class, creating something, or sharing it with someone you trust. INFJs today. By learning to embrace their complexity, set boundaries, and pursue their passions, INFJs can find a path that honors their unique qualities while navigating life with more balance and resilience. What resonates most with you about Jung's insights? Do any of his teachings surprise you, or do they reflect something you've already learned on your journey as an INFJ? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Psych IQ for more deep dives into psychology, personality, and self-growth. Let's continue exploring the incredible journey of self-discovery together.